Hello and welcome to On The Bench LFC. So, Liverpool have just lost to Chelsea 2-1 in the third round of the League Cup. Thank you to everyone that joined me on the watch along. You saw my reaction if you was there towards the end of it. I was upset as a Liverpool fan. It's never good to draw, to lose, to anything, is it? You know, Connor, gutted, Monis, hey. Ian says hey as well. Dan, hey Daz, Red Miss Whoop. Good to see you all joining me on this one. I am gutted. I am disappointed. I am upset. You know, there is pluses, bonuses, positives to take out of this game. Daniel Sturridge scores again today. Shaqiri's performance was amazing. Keita, great performance today. Fabinho looked really good in midfield today, considering this is his first LFC debut. You know, there is positives to take from it. So I did want to point out a few positives at the beginning as well. But in this one, of course, we need to talk about this because it is a reaction and I'm hurting. Chelsea fans at the end was going, yeah, get in, you know, I want to watch along, yeah. And, you know, one of the fans was like, you picked the wrong team, lad, because obviously I'm from down south myself, and my answer to that is I didn't pick the wrong team at all. I'm a Liverpool supporter through and through. I have been since I was a kid. And have I picked the wrong team? I love Liverpool Football Club. You beat us today because Eden Hazard had a moment of absolute magic. And yeah, ridiculous. It was a ridiculous goal, but yeah, Liverpool are absolutely amazing this season. It was a changed team. We put out a good team as well. They had a changed team. We've got them on the weekend. I think we go again, guys. We go again. We definitely go again. Let's see what we do in the league. We've got to stay positive there, but I want to hear what all your lot's views on it, of course. You know, I want to hear all your views. Nigel says, well, that was unexpected. It really was. We were controlling that game in the second half. Gillian said it in the watch along. Gillian said, we are now controlling the midfield. They made a few changes, and yeah, at the end it really turned around, wasn't it? It was ridiculous. Max says, I love seeing Hendo playing that box-to-box role. Thought he did really well there. Max, yeah, it made a change, didn't it? See Henson playing more of an advanced role today. We did not deserve to lose, says Fizzy. I don't think so. I think the Chelsea lot are looking at this and really excited that they got the victory, but at the same time, I think it was all down to Hazard. I think as a team performance, I think we did better. I think the first half, they had a bit of joy in midfield, but we addressed that and we did better. But in the second half, we definitely was controlling the game more. And they come back, which shouldn't have been. I think the referee made some howling decisions again today. Referees in Liverpool, man. Honestly, I just don't get it. I really don't. Copite says, hey again. Hey, my friend, how are you? You can see that I'm down, guys, in a way I talk. You know, normally I'm really lively, I'm really buzzing. You know, I don't like losing. I don't like it at all. I say that now we owe them one on the weekend. And I think a lot of you guys I could see was saying I'd much rather do them in the Premier League than in this game anyway. Matt says, thoughts on Moreno Daz? I thought he was really poor today. I don't sugarcoat things. I thought Moreno had a bad game, to be honest. I think, to be honest, Moreno isn't expected to have a fantastic game for us. We all know Moreno's level at the club. We know that Robbo's our number one left back. We know how good Robbo is, and we expect a level of that from Robbo. So if Robbo played like that, we would be like, what? Like, what's going on here? But with Moreno, it's like every time we see him, his positional awareness isn't great. He gives away silly fouls. In the first half, I was saying he was dropping off of Moses too much and allowing him to actually run into the penalty box, which I don't like seeing that because that's where you can give away penalties and allow him to get into dangerous areas. So I didn't like that, and I thought, to be honest, I think if you've got a player like Eden Hazard running at you, if you've got someone like Van Dijk, you know, and our normal backline, I don't think he gets as much joy in that goal as what he did today. But again, like I say, it was one of them moments from Hazard that I think, you know, you can't always stop them when a player does something like that. But at the same time, I don't think we deserve to lose that today. I really don't. What else have we got? Selma bringing Sessegnon, says O-Dog. Sessegnon a very talented young player that we've been linked with before, and I would love to see him come in, mate. The Kilted says Shaq was my man of the match. Shaqiri was my man of the match as well, Kilted. I wanted to ask everyone's man of the match. Please put it in a live chat. I'm going to be taking your callings in any second, guys. It's going off madly in my ear. I am going to be taking your callings any second. I just wanted to give my view at the beginning, read the live chat for a couple of minutes, take a few callings as well. But yeah, it's, you know, Daniel saying sign Hazard for. You know, someone saying about signing Eden Hazard. I think Jamie Carragher, I think it was, on the thing that I was watching, was really praising him, saying he's like the best player in the world. Sorry, mate, but James Milner's the best player in the world. I don't know what he's been on, but James Milner's the best player in the world, and I won't have it any other way. I think James Milner could have done it even better than what Hazard did today, and I think he has been doing this season, so simples. Yeah, Shaq is Stevens' man of the match as well. Shaq for DZB. Doctor says Big Shaq. Shaqiri's performance today, guys, is a massive positive for us. Massive positive. He looked to make everything happen. Every time he got on the ball, he looked to play on the front foot. He looked to really get at Chelsea. He looked to whip balls in. His touch, his turn, everything just looked really smart. He looked like a Liverpool player today. And the way he pressed, he wasn't a lazy player like people were saying before he come in. I think he's going to be a bit lazy. No way. He looked really good. Really, really good today. So massive positive from this game today. There is a negative for us, isn't it? Because it's a loss, but massive positive is Shaqiri. Another positive for me, like I say, Naby Keita. Naby Keita was driving at them today. He had a couple of fantastic shots, which their keeper had to make some good saves. One of his shots, Daniel Sturridge, what a goal, but we're seeing Naby Keita, I think, start to play with a bit more confidence, because I said, obviously, before he come to Liverpool, in his team before, he used to drive through midfield, and we hadn't really seen that so far from him, but we're starting to see it. He's creeping out. So good to see Naby starting to play with a bit more confidence, I think. Simon Mignolet as well, a positive today in the fact that Simon Mignolet, he's our backup goalkeeper that wanted to move from Liverpool, but he was pulling off some saves today, you know, and I think that people was going, oh, Simon Mignolet won't even care today. His mind is not going to be in it. But you could see that he actually was trying. He was playing for Liverpool. You know, when they scored that first goal, he makes a good first save. They reacted quicker and got the goal in. But yeah, I think Simon Mignolet coming in as a backup goalkeeper today did a job. I'm really gutted with the result. I think that Liverpool deserve to win that. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool supporter, but gutted. Monis says 4-0 for Saturday. Yes, let's do it, Monis. Let's do it. I'm down with that. Gillian says, apart from Milner, Shaq has a hunger I haven't seen since Gerrard. Yeah, I think Shaqiri looks so hungry. I think you've just hit the nail on the head with that, Gillian. He looks so hungry. He's got his big move to Liverpool. He's wearing a shirt and he's hungry. I love that. Liverpool, you never close. Says game was rigged. People, the cup sponsor them. Carabao Cup sponsors them. I don't know what to say about the referee's decisions today, mate. I really don't. You guys know that was watching a watch along. I was like, what the hell? I mean, they've got it up on the screen right now. That is offside. Their first goal was offside at the beginning. He used VAR and they gave it. I think that was offside. I think it was. I'm not listening to it, but I think it was offside. Scotty says, Daz, I thought we should have had a pen. Keita, that's a pen all day. VAR would have gave a pen. Yeah. Hazard Fire says, Diego. He come on and he played well for them. But I think, you know, Chelsea fans like going, yeah, we've done you and all this. I think it was Hazard. Not Chelsea. I think we kind of bossed you in the second half. I think Eden Hazard had a bit of joy against us. We've got our best team back out on the weekend. So I take a lot of positives from this game, to be honest, against Chelsea. Wasn't really too bothered about the rest of your team, to be fair. But yeah, Hazard played really well when he come on. And I think Liverpool players need to learn that Hazard's a good player, but just don't be scared of him. He's only human. He's a bloody human being. You know, one player, just take the initiative and get your foot stuck in, make the tackle, don't allow him to play between you like that. That's what I want to see on the weekend for sure, because if you allow him to get in your head as well as on the pitch, then he will make a difference like that, and you don't want to allow it to happen. MS says Cater dived. 58 says lol, Cater dived, you mad? Right. So let's take some call-ins. Let me get this set up here so that we can take some call-ins. I've said my piece at the beginning. I thought Liverpool should have won that game. I'm upset, of course, and I'm always emotional after a game, whether we win, lose or draw. So, right, let's take this. Hello, my friend. How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm gutted. I'm gutted, to be honest.
So am I, actually.
So state your name for everyone to hear, as always, and yeah, your views on the game, mate.
Noah Taylor. I've got mixed emotions about this one. In one sense, I think it's not really obviously the most significant tournament, but at the same time, it's our first loss at home in a while, so it is very devastating. But I think Shaqiri was great, and I think that people who are kind of hating on Mignolet, saying that this should be his last kind of performance this season, I'd have to disagree with that. I feel like he did make some good saves, but yeah, overall very gutted.
Yeah, I agree, mate. You know, I think most of us supporters today of Liverpool are all going to be coming away with that feeling like we wanted a bit more from the game, but it's because of the loss, isn't it? You know, I've seen people in the comments, I've seen people say that again about the clinicalness, that we should have put away some of our chances. Do you feel a bit like that, mate? Do you feel that we could have been a bit more clinical today and that the missed chances did cost us? I mean, Daniel Sturridge missing the open goal. He did make up for that by scoring a good goal afterwards, but there was some other chances, wasn't there, as well?
Yeah, there was a few others. I mean, obviously the big one, that Sturridge opportunity. I think he had this kind of assumption that there was a defender on him, which there clearly wasn't. But I mean, when you're not playing week in, week out, there's more of a pressure on him, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think there is always like a bit of pressure in there in them senses. Obviously, it's a tough one to take, and it was later on in the game as well. Does this affect the way Klopp looks at the weekend's game now? Does he change things up maybe to what he would have done if we would have got the victory in this one with that team?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like Sarri, he was more tactical with his decisions, bringing I think bringing Kante on benefited Chelsea, and obviously bringing Hazard on. But I feel like there's a few things that need to be changed. But overall, individually with players, I'm not too disappointed.
Yeah. So I like that. I like you say overall you're not too disappointed. It's one of them that in a couple of days we will be like, right, let's go on the weekend. Let's get the result on the weekend now. And you will hopefully forget about this, but it's just really sore, isn't it? When Liverpool lose or drop points or anything like that, it's a horrible feeling, isn't it? It's a sinking feeling that you have in your chest. Who was your man of the match for Liverpool today, mate?
I think Big Shaq. I think he's really hungry for it. He's yeah, as someone said in the comment section, he was really reminding me of the old Steven Gerrard, that hunger and desire to be at his best.
Yeah, he's playing with hunger. And like, it was Gillian that said the hunger, and I think I love that word that she used. She said the hunger that he's playing with is like what Gerrard did. Yeah, I have to agree with that one fully. So, Shaq was your man of the match. Was you impressed with Cater today as well? I pointed out about Cater's performance. Do you think he's playing with a bit more confidence today?
Yeah, totally. He looks like he's really settled into the squad. He looks really, really comfortable, especially with James Milner.
Yeah.
But Fabinho, on the other hand, I think it's going to take him a bit of time. I think it's important that he starts certainly in the FA Cup.
Yep. So, a bit more time for Fabinho. So, you wasn't overly impressed with Fabinho today then?
No. I mean, there wasn't really any standout mistakes, but overall, I thought he could have done a bit more.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, mate. I mean, I've just seen here, like Maverick's just joined. He said, I would not have played Fabinho, not ready. Really missed Genie today. Is that something that you agree with, that we could have done with Genie in there today? You know, he's been fantastic this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, I do agree with that to a certain extent, but at the same time, we've got to give Fabinho some sort of game time to get him settled into the squad.
Yeah, no, 100%, 100%. And to be fair, today was the time to be able to give him that game time. If it would have panned out, if we would have got the result today, everyone would have gone, fantastic, brilliant, brilliant. But it just wasn't meant to be today, was it? So hopefully that means that what is meant to be is we beat them at their ground on the weekend. That's what we want.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you for calling in tonight, mate. And hopefully you enjoy the rest of your evening. It's a horrible one when we lose, but you know, all the best for tonight, mate.
Have a good evening. Love the content.
Thank you so much. You take care, buddy. I'll speak to you soon, hopefully. Bye, mate. Bye. Brilliant. Thank you so much for the caller there. Wasn't overly impressed with Fabinho. So anyone else want to call in and talk about Fabinho's performance tonight? I think Fabinho, for his first debut, for his first game, what he did say though is he does need minutes, and this was the game really for Fabinho to come in and get those minutes. His second caller. Hello, buddy. You're right.
Hi, Daz.
You right, Fizzy, mate? How you doing?
Hello.
Hello, mate. Can you hear me?
I am gutted. Yeah, I can. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you, mate. I can hear you.
I'm so gutted after that performance. We did not deserve to lose. You know, we didn't deserve to lose. And I don't understand why players like Moreno and Mignolet are still there. It's like 2016 again. I'm sick of it, honestly. When Moreno played in the Europa League final and he cost us, he should never have wore a Liverpool shirt again. And this is one of the only criticisms I have of Klopp. He's too nice. He needs to be more ruthless. There's no time for players like Moreno to still be here 2 years on. It's just not good enough. You know, I might be, some people might be thinking I'm overreacting, but I love Liverpool so much. And it hurt seeing us lose that final 2 years ago because of Moreno and the way he played that day. And 2 years on, he's still playing. I know Hazard, he's a quality player. Anyone could get turned inside out, but his positional sense is just, he should be doing better there. He should be bring him down, take him down. Why are you letting him just go past you and nutmeg you? And obviously it's a beautiful goal, but there's more could have been done. And obviously Mignolet with the first goal as well. What was that? I know it came at quite pace, but nip it round the corner, nip it round the post for a corner. Yeah, be more firm with it, punch it. It was just not good enough, and I'm just sick and tired of these mediocre players be given time and time again chances by Klopp. It's just not good enough. And I'm just gutted because it's a chance to win a trophy, and you know that's just one of them gone. And I know some people might say it's bigger fish to fry, but I'm really gutted after tonight.
Yeah, no, I can tell, mate. And to be honest, you can tell probably by myself as well. I feel exactly the same. I feel fuming. I feel disappointed. I feel like there was chances in that game that if we would have buried it, we would have been a bit more comfortable. I feel like we was in control of that game in the second half at one point. And then again, from being in a controlling position, we managed to go on and lose it. You know, and
yeah, I totally agree.
Why are we seeing that, you know?
I think second half, I was calling for urgency, and we just started off so well. There was obviously Sturridge could have easily put that away. And I don't blame him for missing that opportunity. He's not playing regularly. If he was, you know, playing regularly, he puts that away with a bit more confidence. We had chances, we just didn't really take them. And it just, what showed today was that Fabinho is not ready yet. Keita is still not ready yet as well. And when Klopp makes these changes where he takes out Keita for a few games, puts him back in, and he's not started Fabinho, is the reasons why he's not doing this is because it's going to take time for them to adapt to the Klopp way, the Klopp style of play, and they're not ready yet. So obviously we did miss Gini today, and obviously Milner didn't have his best game, I feel. And also when Henderson came on, there was more control in our midfield, which we lacked throughout the game. But what I blame it is on obviously the errors made, and we just need to be more clinical and just shut the game out at 1-0.
Yeah, no, I agree. You're 1-0 up. You think to yourself, right, okay, we're at Anfield, we're 1-0 up, we're in command of this game. Now we dictate the play. We don't let them get a rhythm in this game. We don't let them get back in it. We've got our crowd behind us. It's our game to lose now. And I think with our first team this season, we do that. But I think with the changes and with the lads that are in there today, I don't think we had the unity that we normally are accustomed to seeing. You know, you pointed out Moreno, Summer Mignolet, you know, the changed back line and that. They're just not on par with what we are used to seeing now this season, are they?
Yeah, it just shows the level of quality, to be honest. You look at our first string that played on the weekend and you compare it to this team and the players who've come in, our fringe players, they're not on that level. You know, if Van Dijk and Gomez wouldn't be just letting errors like that happen or anything like that. So there is a quality difference there. And obviously Klopp has to give his fringe players a chance, but the thing that disappoints me the most is that players like your Morenos, your Kleins, or they're not going to be playing much football this season. Let's be real, because Trent, you got Van Dijk in those areas as well. They should really be trying to make a statement today, saying, you know what, I want to be in your plans. I want to be playing the next game or the game after. They should be doing something about it, not just coming into this game relaxed and thinking it'll be all right because we still got Mane in the team, Shaqiri, Sturridge. It needs to be more from the fringe players. It's just, I just don't get it.
Yeah, I think Klopp will be really disappointed because I think Klopp would have expected to see more from those players that played today. I said before the game, that team that he put out is more than capable of beating Chelsea's team today. I think on paper, it's a strong team. That team is better than the team that Liverpool was fielding when Klopp first took over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
So Klopp would have been looking at this and going, this team can beat Chelsea today. And I think he's going to be looking at this and going, what the hell went wrong? You know, there's a comment in the live chat saying we need to speak about the referee. Nazar saying, Daz, we need to talk about the referee. Do you think that referee was bad today, them decisions, or do you think that we should just swallow it, or what's your views on it?
I think you can't really blame the referee a lot because obviously there was VAR involved and they only used VAR once, I think, for obviously checking if the goal was offside, and that was very hard to call whether it was offside or not. It was very, very tight. But other than that, there was a few penalty shouts for handball. But I don't think you can blame the referee. You know, sometimes it's easy to blame the referee for when you lose, but we just need to take responsibility, and we just didn't do enough. I think the game awareness wasn't there. You got to be streetwise in these games. You're 1-0 up. You're at Anfield. You're at home. You've got the crowd on your side. You need to just shut the game up. Yeah. Chelsea fans were quiet. They thought the game was lost at 1-0. And as soon as they scored, it's like they had more confidence all of a sudden. And then Hazard making these runs, and there goes the game. I just don't like how we capitulate. And what it showed today was that most of these players were still here when Klopp first took over. Your Mignolet, your Morenos, your Lovrens, Matips. And it just shows that same mentality we had 2 years ago, where there was a fragility in the team, where we would concede one goal, the other team will equalise, and then we'll lose the game because there was that defensive fragility that was shown. And that's why we had to go out and buy Alisson and Van Dijk, and Gomez is coming, and Trent's coming, and Robertson's coming. Our whole back four in the Premier League looks so good because we had to make those changes. As soon as we go back to our old defence, you just see the defensive fragility is there. Yep. And we just concede one and we concede another, and there's the game gone. So what disappoints, kind of scares me now is that an injury to Van Dijk or injury to Robertson, and we're up against the Man City in the league, what's going to happen then? Are we gonna just capitulate and just throw the game away by defensive errors? So that's a big, obviously, point that I would like to make.
Mate, I think it's a massive point. I think you're spot on in the sense of, you know, these are the players that we used to play with that used to do things like this, and we've just played Chelsea and we was in the lead and we've just allowed 2 goals to get them back in the game and win it against us. So I think you're spot on with it. I mean, Gillian's also made a point here that I wanted to ask you before you get off, mate, is Chelsea made the changes at the right time and we stuck it out. I'd sooner see Klopp give the newer players a run out for future matches. This cup was the time to do it. We need them ready and soon. So she's saying about Chelsea making the changes at the right time. That was the one thing that I wanted to ask you. Do you think, you know, Chelsea did do that a bit better tonight? Do you think Klopp should have made a few changes a bit sooner?
Yeah, I think the way the first half went, there was clear need for change and urgency. We did start the first half well. Maybe that's why Klopp didn't feel like we needed to make any changes, because we scored fairly early as well. So maybe that played a part of Klopp not changing it up. But yeah, I feel like they brought on Hazard on the 55th minute, and he just, obviously as the half went on, he started to get better. I think maybe we could have brought on a Salah or Firmino a bit earlier, and they could have maybe impacted the game, because I feel like Mane was just poor today. It didn't even look like he was playing. So we could have just switched Mane for Firmino, maybe went 2 up top and given Shaqiri the free role. And maybe that way we could have put another goal in or anything. But at the end of the day, the last thing I would like to say is it's disappointed, I'm gutted, but let's just hope we can get back to our full strength on Saturday and really put it right in the league. Because if we beat them in the league and we'll be, 5 points clear of them, I think I'd rather take that than obviously getting knocked out. But gutted nonetheless.
Yeah, 100%. I agree, mate. Look, thank you so much for calling in tonight, Fizzy. I would sit and talk Liverpool with you all night, you know I would.
I know.
And tonight I would sit and moan about that game all night with you, honestly. Look, Fizzy, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I know it's going to be a difficult one because we're all hurting, but yeah, hopefully I'll speak to you soon anyway, buddy.
Cheers. Take care, Dad.
Take care, Fizzy, mate. Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, honestly, guys, I think Fizzy's made quite a valid point there. Before I take the next call in, quickly, guys, I just want to say Fizzy made a really good point that those players that, you know, was playing tonight, like the back line, when Klopp first come in, we had some defensive frailties that did used to concede late goals, and this season we've really started to adjust that, haven't we? You know, but that team come back in there, that back line was back in there tonight, and we conceded late in that game and it cost us. So yeah, I thought that was a big point to make. Gillian also made a point in the comment section about did Klopp leave it a bit late and Chelsea made the subs at the right time. And then there was another comment, I believe it might have been Liam, I can't remember, but I saw it come up saying that I think Klopp just wanted to give them a full 90 minutes, the lads that was out there. Yeah, you know, some players definitely needed a run out today. Some players definitely did need a rest as well. We have got a big game against Chelsea on the weekend. So it is now time for us to go and give them one back, isn't it, at their ground? Because they're going to be happy with this today. We want to be happy on the weekend, don't we? That would be our last laugh. Jezza says, don't worry, Daz. We beat them on Saturday. Indeed, my friend, indeed. We've got a call in. Let's take this. Hello, my friend. How are you? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay, so that one didn't pan out. If you're there, you know, there we go. Oh no, it's come and it's gone. Sometimes there's a connection thing with the call-ins and that. What we got? Nigel says a lot of Hendo fans on here would like to know how they think he justifies 5 million per season. Basically, yeah, it's a good question. Hello, my friend.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, well, no, but, you know, obviously state your name so everyone knows who's talking, and, you know, the channel's yours, mate. What's your views on the game?
It's Mohammed. And I just want to say, I think overall today, I think we were expecting a loss. I think a loss was coming. And
let's get it out now. Let's get it out now then. Yeah,
it's the perfect game to get the defeat today, because I think if we lose on the weekend, I think our confidence in the team will be gone. I think personally, next few games will be like, oh god, like what if we lose another game and another game? I think best time to get a loss today. And yeah, I think all the Liverpool fans are kind of feeling bad, but I think we never had our strongest team. I think Chelsea had quite a strong team as well. So I think personally, I think a loss was coming, but yeah, I think we gotta move on. We've got to move on.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like the fact that you like a loss was coming at some point. It is better to get this in this, because almost Liverpool fans, if you ask them what would you rather win, it would be the Premier League. So we definitely want to beat them at their ground. But at the same time, you know what? I'm not going to be. I'm not going to lie about it. It hurts because I still wanted to win this game. I still wanted the silverware. So to me, even though, like you say, it felt like a loss would have been due at some point, I wanted Liverpool not to lose. I wanted Liverpool to carry on this winning streak. I wanted us to beat Chelsea today. And as you say, I don't think they will, because I will always remain confident and positive. But if for whatever reason they beat us on the weekend, that's going to be it could massively affect Liverpool's confidence, mate.
Our team is going to capitulate. Like, it won't capitulate, but our confidence is going to be like down. And I just personally think that it's the perfect time to get the loss out of the way now. I think you know, Carabao Cup. Look at United. They won Carabao Cup 2 years ago, but it's not a big thing for them anymore. It's like they don't really care anymore. It's more about the bigger trophies to us at the moment. And the last call, I said it before, was our team today showed that we were lacking so much in our second team. Like, defensively, like, we were lacking. We lack more backup in the defensive line. I mean, Mignolet was okay. He wasn't that bad. People saying digging him out like he was poor, but he wasn't as bad. I think Moreno shows that why we needed a definite better left back. I think bring a youngster who can play left back better. I think Moreno is just enough. I think pushing forward, he can be better, but defensively he's poor. I think Matip and Lovren don't play good together. I think they're not a good pairing, to be honest. And I just think Sunday we have to win. I just think it's a must win now. I just think.
I agree, mate. On a positive note, Shaqiri obviously was fantastic today. Is he your man of the match, like most people were saying, or if not, who else would have been your man of the match? He had that bright
spot today. I think he wanted it. I think compared to other players, I think Mane, he was good, but I think he wasn't as good as we know he can be. I think Shaqiri was the bright spot. I think the whole team. I think him and Sturridge play well together. I think, but Shaqiri, it felt like he wanted it. He wanted to win, and I think he could be the man of the match. I think we'll give it to him today. To be honest.
Yeah, and Daniel Sturridge. Obviously, Daniel Sturridge, we saw he come in the Champions League, scored a goal. He scored a goal again today. I know he missed that open goal, but for someone that doesn't play regular football, he's doing a job, isn't he? He is coming in and doing a job up there for us when we need to rest Bobby.
The thing is with Sturridge, it's just one injury and he's done. Like, what else do we have behind Sturridge? And Solanke, he plays, but he's lacking confidence. Origi, I hate watching Origi play because it's like he has 3 legs. It's like when you just step over, it's like the ball just goes for him. It's like I hate watching him play. I think with Sturridge, it's like a injury. If an injury comes to him, it's like, what do we have as a backup? It's like Bobby can't play like every single game. Champions League, FA Cup coming, Premier League. He can't play every game. It's like he's not Superman. He just can't play every game.
Yeah, and I think I was talking to a Liverpool fan, and it was the other day at some point, and they turned around and said to me, all we need to do is get to the stage where Brewster is back fully fit and not rushed in, but when we get back to that point, then Daniel Sturridge has really done his turn for Liverpool, because then if Daniel Sturridge was to get the odd injury or whatever, we then have Brewster there as well. And I said, look, I think Dominic Solanke is really good, and has got a big future ahead of him, but I think that he deserves a loan to go on and do his progression. And he said, yeah, well, exactly, because if we get to the point where Brewster's available, then he thinks that Solanke would then be able to go out on loan. Do you agree with that? Do you think that's what the plan might be for Klopp?
You said this before as well, where Solanke, I agree. I've been followed you since the Van Dijk saga, and you said it as well. I think in the summer you were like, Solanke needs to go on loan. Even Origi as well. I think they both are not. They're not Liverpool standard. Depends what we think our second striker should be. They're not Liverpool standard at all. I think they both need to go on loan. I think get a striker who can, he's an impact player. Like a Hernandez. Remember Hernandez at Man United, where he used to come on and he used to do an impact consistently.
Yeah,
he was never a first team player. He was a consistent impact player. I think we need to get a second, just injury-free striker on the bench.
Yeah, we need some stability, someone that's reliable that can be there for Bobby as well. And I love having Sturridge back at the team at the moment, because you know that he's got that ability when he's called upon. But you do have that in the back of your mind that if he plays today, are we going to be reading something tomorrow to say that he's going to be missing for a little bit? And I don't like that, because I absolutely love Daniel Sturridge, and I hope that he does remain fit.
I think what we Liverpool fans need to realise that Sturridge is not the striker that was 3-4 years ago. He's just, when he plays, it's like do you know when something's in the gym where someone's holding you back, like doing that fitness training where it's like it feels like someone's doing that to him. It's like he's not running like at that full speed. It's like there's an injury coming to him. I just feel like, I'm not hoping to jinx it, but I just feel like there's that people are watching him, and there's a fear factor in him that something's gonna happen. And I just feel like
we heard Michael Owen be very honest about him, say about in his playing days towards the end. He said because of like his injuries and stuff like that, he said you don't do certain things because you know what people expect of you and stuff like that. So it would be very interesting to find out how Daniel Sturridge feels like once he's finished his career, and whether there is something to do with that, whether he could have run a bit faster, but he does hold back a little bit and stuff like that. But again today, what a finish by Sturridge though.
Yeah, it is. You know what? I think Sturridge is up there with like not up there, but like he's reliable when it comes to finishing. Like if we put Solanke or Sturridge, everyone would say Sturridge because he's Mr. Reliable. Like we can rely on him. But I just think I'm scared when I watch Sturridge because like he's been a great servant for Liverpool, but I think if he gets injured again, it's just like we can't like have this circle of like he's back, and then injured again. It's like we can't have that anymore. We need a player that's like Bobby, like he gets stabbed in the eye by Vertonghen, and it's like he's back already. We can't.
He doesn't need his eyes to score, does he?
Yeah, exactly. And I think today just showed, like, I think you said it in summer, where we need another centre back. Where if Van Dijk gets injured or whatever, or Gomez or whatever, we need a player that's on that level. Yeah. I don't think Lovren and Matip are good enough to me. I just don't think they are.
Yeah. Thank you so much for calling into the show, mate. I've really appreciated getting your views tonight. And as I said to the others, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I know it's going to be difficult now, but
I'm watching your live stream now. Actually, don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon. Hopefully, take care, mate. Take care, buddy. Thanks, mate. Bye. So talking about Daniel Sturridge, obviously a great finish from him tonight, but everyone does worry about how long will we have him available for, and did we miss Bobby tonight? And the back line again is brought up. Are they good enough? Is there a drop off? We don't know. Here we go. The angry Scousers in the building.
I'm not happy, Daj. I'm not happy.
I know, mate. Me either. Go on, buddy. The channel's yours.
It's about to make me name the angry Scouser, isn't it? Right. Yeah, First of all, Alberto Moreno starting. Get him out the club right now. Yep. That guy is not good enough for this club. I knew the minute we were starting Alberto Moreno, we were going to have troubles on that right hand side.
Yeah.
Well, our left hand side, their right hand side, because as soon as Eden Hazard come on, it was just the difference changer. And I just had to sit in a pub with a frig load of, I'm not even going to swear because of your channel, I've got so much respect for it, but a lot of Chelsea fans, and it's not good. Like I said to you yesterday, we should be putting in a performance every single game. If we want to be really taken as a Premiership winning team and a Champions League winning team, we have to be putting the performance in every single game, and I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy. How come one player of a quality of Hazard, even though he is a quality player, he shouldn't be doing that? Lovren and Alberto Moreno out 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I said that. I said even though he's a good player, one player's got to step up and just make the decision to put their foot in and just stop him. James Milner did it against Neymar in PSG early on. Was like, I'm letting you know, I'm here. You're in a game. You're not You're not going to be able to trick us. You're not going to be able to do this. In that game, Jordan Henderson, he was trying to take out Hazard, but I was saying you don't have to be dirty with it. All you got to do is just stop him in his tracks before he gets going. That's all someone's got to do, and that's what I felt like no one was really doing in this game against Hazard. And Chelsea fans were all going, yeah, on the watch along. Chelsea fans were going, yeah, we've done you, and I was thinking to myself, well, you didn't really. Hazard did it at the end, didn't he? It wasn't really Chelsea. I wasn't that bothered about Chelsea, to be honest. I thought in the second half, we looked really calm. And
yeah, but we might have looked
ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. We might have looked really calm, but like that midfield didn't look good. Fabinho didn't impress me one bit for the starting game. Did not impress me one bit. I said to you the other day when we were talking, he's taken too long to come in, and I can see why he's taken too long to come in. A £40 million player should be the difference in a game. If you put a £40 million player on the pitch, he should be performing like a £40 million player, and he couldn't perform against basically Chelsea's second-tier midfield.
Do you think that is why Klopp's been giving him time then? Do you think Klopp's identified that he's not up to speed with the Premier League and Liverpool's way yet?
I think, we'll put it this way, a £40 million signing should be able to fit into your club after a few weeks, right? Like, fair dues, he might take a bit more time to get used to it, but Mane didn't. You know, Mo Salah didn't. Firmino didn't. You know, these types of players that make differences in your game, they didn't need that amount of time. And can you really see after that performance, Fabinho, like, even Henderson had a poor game, right? But can you see Fabinho taking Milner out of his place, or Henderson? Because Henderson's been playing really well in the Prem, and from that Carabao Cup show, I can't see Fabinho getting chosen over Henderson. I can't see.
Maverick saying in the live chat now, he's saying hopefully people see how important Genie is. I mean, we missed him today, didn't we? You can tell that Genie wasn't in that midfield.
Well, that's why I'm not even including Genie Wijnaldum in that sentence, as if to say he could be replaced, because we all know after today's performance he can't. Genie Wijnaldum's energy was sorely missed today, 100% missed.
Yeah. Liam says, I disagree with the caller. Robbo took quite a bit of time as well. So what's your views on that? Because Robbo did take quite a bit of time to get into the team. Klopp did do the similar thing with him, didn't he?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, Robbo wasn't a £40 million signing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we didn't buy Robbo for £40 million. We bought Robbo by basically buy them types of players with the hope that they fill their potential, and he did. So great work for him for fulfilling his potential. But people who get bought for lower prices tend to need to prove themselves more than a £40 million supposedly like dedicated player who can play in these top tiers.
Yeah. No, I get it, guys. I get it. Obviously, as I always say, I listen to everyone's views, and that was a question there in the chat.
Even the goalkeeper, like, oh my god. If Alisson was in goal, that Hazard's goal wouldn't have gone in. 100%.
Do you reckon?
100%.
Obviously, I haven't seen fully too much of the clips, but I didn't even watch it.
It was a great play by Hazard.
I was disgusted.
I'm going to hold my hands up and I'm going to say Hazard played well. He took Alberto Moreno out the game. He took Lovren out the game. And then he shot. But the angle he shot at should have been saved. As soon as the goal went in and I seen the replay, I was like, keeper should have done better. Fair play to Hazard for getting himself into that position and making it all by himself and scoring. But keeper should have done better.
Chirian says Hazard won't be able to do that against our proper back four and Alisson. So I take it you agree with that.
Yeah,
like, he's not going to get away with that, is he?
He's not going to get away with that. You've seen Mbappe and Neymar, like two quality players, just getting completely shut down. Yeah. This is why I didn't want Lovren in the side. I wanted Gomez.
Yeah.
Because at least Gomez has had that leadership from Van Dijk. He's getting to grips with how to manage the defence and where to put people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was your views on Naby Keita today? Because obviously you was speaking about Fabinho and you wasn't impressed with him, but another one of our new players, Naby Keita, was...
Naby Keita,
yeah. Yeah, I thought he did really well today. I thought in a sense of he's playing with a lot more confidence today. We actually saw him driving at their defence and attempting shots, which... I think he's been playing a bit more of a defensive role for us, maybe. But in this game, it looked like he had even more of a license to roam forwards, or he did. Just a bit more confident.
It's the same as Shaqiri as well, though. Like he gave that front three the license to just dip and weave, and including Keita, because he was pushing more up in a central attack and midfield role today. He was more in the final third than most midfielders today. So. Yeah. But even the front three played really well. Sturridge played really well, I can say. I mean, that open goal he missed, Oh, don't even get me started. He missed an open goal. I don't see how. But he scored. He redeemed it. He redeemed himself, which is what I'm happy about. Which is like I said, he's clinical. He can finish. But Shaqiri played well. Mane played well. I'd say Keita had a pretty good game. But other than that, I think it was just a shambles.
Well, who was your man of the match today, mate, for Liverpool?
For Liverpool?
Yeah.
I've got to say Sturridge. I've got to say Sturridge for the goal. Maybe Shaqiri for the work he did off the ball, but one of them two.
I went with Shaqiri for me, and a lot of the people in the live chat were saying Shaqiri. I thought Shaqiri, from what I could see, what I was watching, he looked like every time he was trying to make something happen.
But I'd only slip Sturridge into the role because even after that open goal miss, he still had the confidence to finish. Do you know what I mean? He still got the goal. Even though we didn't win, we still got ahead. It just kills me, does it? Kills me to see that we didn't try in that game whatsoever. I didn't see it. I didn't see the passion. I heard the fans when the game first started. It looked like it was going to be a lively match. But as soon as me Chelsea supporting friend phoned me up and said we're lining up with two bad sides, I knew for a fact that it was going to be a hard game. I knew it. Because as soon as he said Lovren and Matip were at the back with Alberto Moreno, I was like, oh, this is just going to be terrible.
Yeah. It's a tough one to swallow, mate. It really is. And I think, has this changed your views on the weekend now? Because obviously before this, we're like, we're doing them at Anfield, we're doing them at Chelsea. Does this make you feel less confident, or do you think, no, first team back out on the weekend?
No, I still feel confident about the first team against their first team, but it just upsets me, does, because I want to see us win every game. I mean, I know we're never going to get that. I know it's a bit too much to ask, but just even to have the drive to finish a game as we did, we should have won that game 100%.
Yeah, no, definitely. Look, thank you so much for calling in, mate. I feel for you, because for anyone that doesn't know, he was watching the game in a pub with his mate that supports Chelsea.
I literally had to sprint home 4.5 miles just to get here on time to phone you, Daz. That's literally how dedicated I am to your phone-ins, bro.
You're absolutely amazing.
I literally just legged it home. I had to leg 4.5 miles home. Got to my mum's, checked the phone because Mum was dead, and I was like, Daz, let me phone in, please, bro. And then I ran home.
Oh, mate, you're an absolute legend. Well, I'm really grateful for your dedication, and I'm so happy that you've managed to be able to phone in.
Posting, if you can tell everyone to just comment on the comments to leave on the video after it's finished, because the way the YouTube algorithm works, the more comments you get, the more exposure you get. So the more people that just comment on the comments I'm leaving, just to give their thoughts, the more exposure you're going to get, buddy. So
thank you so much.
And it gives me something to do as well, because I'm sat here bored most days looking after the baby. So it gives me something to do.
Well, I'll tell you what, mate. I'll speak to you about something, because obviously I've got a new website. Well, it's not new, it's old, but I'm working on it, and I need some writers for some articles. So mate, if that's something that you'll be interested in.
And if you want to get me on, I think his name's Connor. If he's not up for a match day watch along, let me know. But I'll join in. And I'll watch the watch. I'll comment on the watch along.
Okay, brilliant, mate. All right, then we'll have to speak, buddy. All right.
Yeah, man. Nice one, buddy.
Peace out, chat. Right. You take care, mate. You take care. Thank you for your calling, mate. Thank you. I want to say a massive shout out to Nigel, because Nigel's donated £5. Massive thank you to you, mate. He says, kudos to Angry. For me, get rid of smirking Hendo. Not happy at all, Nigel. I was reading a live chat. Obviously, while I've got my corners in, I could tell you're not happy with Henson again there. I was getting a little bit annoyed towards the end, watching Henson getting a bit frustrated. I was not going to lie. I was just thinking, stop them, stop Hazard before he gets that momentum going. You don't need to get fully stuck in and stuff like that. Like, it is a bit frustrating sometimes, isn't it? But I could see your comments there. Maverick says, I wouldn't want to play in a back five with Moreno. There, I said it. It's a fact. I think he lets whoever else is in defence of him down. I really do. I pointed it out at the beginning of the game today. I didn't want to be too harsh on Moreno straight from the off, because I was like, I hope that he has a fantastic game for us. He's a Liverpool player coming in today. I want to support my club. I want to support everyone that plays for him. But you know, throughout that game, it was mistake. He was passing it, making mistakes. He just looked like a weak link constantly. And I was just like, again, I now know why every time Moreno plays, I'm not happy. And yeah, I'm not the only one by the looks of it. I'm so grateful that we got Robbo, but at the same time, guys, we need to go into a transfer market and bring in a quality left back. Angry Scale says, thanks, guys. You was a top calling, mate, as to are the other call-ins. Defence was weak today, says Abdu. Yeah, it wasn't the best, was it? But it you know, I'm really not happy about the score today. I'm really not happy that we gave this game away. We was in the front seat. We was in control in the second half at a point, and we do have ourselves to blame in the sense that we gave it away. Eden Hazard, I wouldn't say that Chelsea did us. I would say that Chelsea didn't really bother me. I'd say that Hazard was the one that took that game at Liverpool in the end. So yeah, that's why I look at it. Right, you can call back in now. A couple of people was trying to call in and stuff, but I wanted to read the chat quickly. Jenny says, different story at the weekend. Language Scouts, different story. Yes, Gillian, 100% sure. Says, Premier League, we will beat them 3-1. Confidence, guys, confidence for the weekend. We go again on the weekend. We take it to them at their ground and show them his boss. Because I weren't bothered about Chelsea today. I weren't. Richard thinks his Liverpool love affair is what Henson is. Yes. Right, here we go. Hello, my friend. How are you?
Hey, how are you getting on, Des?
You're right, Danny, mate. How are you doing?
Not too bad. What you make of the game?
I'm annoyed. I'm upset. I'm gutted. Yeah, it's going to be one of them evenings for me, mate. One of them couple of days that you know what it's like when Liverpool don't get the result, and it's also one of them where we was in front and we've been kicked out of the cup, and I wanted this silverware as well. So yeah. hurting, mate.
I know, but like everyone's so disappointed in this, like, and I'm kind of like, I'm normally angry about these things, but I'm totally opposite now. I'm just thinking to myself, going, here, thank God we're out. Thank God we're done. Like, there's no team that has won up like all 4 competitions in one go. Like, and our goal this season should be definitely 100% the title and the Champions League.
So you think this is a blessing in disguise?
Yeah. I don't see why everyone's like freaking out. Like, if we give out all the time that we should win every single game, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Do you feel like because people were saying about James Milner didn't have his best game today, a few of the players wasn't really looking like they were trying? Do you agree with that? Have you agreed with those comments?
Like the last time I was talking to you, man, I was always against Hendo, but I thought tonight he played fucking deadly. And like my whole opinion of Hendo was turning around for some reason. I mean, he was giving it large to fucking Hazard. He was giving out, man. The man loves Liverpool. Stop. Yeah. That's it. Like, you know.
Yeah, you know, I'm seeing a couple of comments here. Liam is saying, agree with the caller, it's impossible to win all 4. No team has done that. Street Cred saying, I agree as well. Scotty says, Milner should have stayed on, would have brought Jones on. Daz, would you? Would you have brought Jonesy on tonight, mate? Young Jones?
I probably would have. I would have given anyone a chance on this game, or on this cup. Like, you know what I mean? This cup is like, everyone was like freaking out going, we have to win this, we have to win this. I mean, everyone's opinion will change now on Saturday when we do beat them. Because we will be putting out our first team on Saturday, and we will. The back 4 would not let Hazard inside the box. Van Dijk will catch him and throw him into the stand. Do you know what I mean? No chance this is going to happen on Saturday. So all the like giving out today, I know everyone's upset. I get upset myself because I was giving out like if Sturridge just took an extra step, he could have scored. And I was kind of going, at the end of the game, I was kind of going, okay, look, it is what it is. It's done. And I was kind of going, right, what's our main goals here? What's Liverpool's main goals? What's Klopp's main goal? It's the league, man, and it's the Champions League. Mind the FA Cup and this kind of crack. If we could win, if we could just say to ourselves at the end of the whole thing and kind of go, if we won the league and we got far in the Champions League, wouldn't that'd be something this season?
Yeah, definitely. Tama's saying they've got to go, but says lucky that was in town because if not, would have bet. So that was a massive lucky thing for you. Brilliant. And DZB said that it got to go as well because of work in the morning. So take care, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. Matt says Robertson should have been a sub. What's your views on Moreno tonight, mate? Because obviously everyone's really disappointed with his performance today. How do you see that one?
I don't know. It's just because of the other seasons when he played. He did some absolute crazy things. Like I was my missus rang me at like 30 minutes into the first half, I was sound asleep after work, and she's like, "Are you not watching the game?" And I freaked out, and I was there getting on the live stream, and I was trying to figure out what's going on. I was still nil at that stage, like, do you know what I mean? And she was like, "Okay, I thought you caught the phone, fucked it away from me," and I went, "But look." But I could see Moreno, like, he's done it before, and he did it again tonight. He's letting Moses too close into the box. Like, he should be like challenging Moses, like chest to chest, driving at him.
Yeah,
he has the support. But if he keeps like doing the backward approach, you're just asking your man to cross it or have a shot.
Yeah, I wanted to see him, you know, be like the Spartans, like this is Sparta, you know, not like kick him in the chest, but you know, literally like just drive at him, keep him towards the edge, you know, by the throw-in line. Don't let him get into the penalty area, because that's where you can give away a penalty. That's where the danger zone is. Yeah. That's where they can create stuff. They can cut it back. If you take him out there, yes, you might give away a corner. Yes, you might give away a throw-in, but you're keeping him out of the area. And also it gives time for someone like Naby Keita or whoever, you know, Fabinho to come across and to help you out. But that's the one thing that Moreno don't do. He's too quick to back off. Robbo will back off sometimes, but he don't back off straight away. He gives time. He will keep him out there and gives time for someone else to come in so that they can double up in that area, make sure that everyone's marking someone to shut him down. And that is what Moreno, just his positional awareness is not that great, is it?
But every time he does it, then it's like, say, Moses, he does it. Moses comes in once and he does it, and he kind of go, and then after the fifth time, Moses goes, I know exactly what this fella's going to do. Yeah, I know what he's going to do, and I can, you know what I mean? It's just the constant backing off and letting balls coming in, and it's not good enough. I mean, it wouldn't happen. Gomez would go up and drive a tie through him, like, you know, stop him straight out, like, you know what I mean? So yeah. Look, I'm not too worried about it because of the cup. I know the Angry Scouser was on there, the old fella, and he was giving it large, and I was like, going, look, it's the cup, and I don't mind. It's our first loss. I'm taking it on the chest now, and then I'm waiting for a Saturday, man. I'm gonna go bananas inside the pub and I'm watching the game.
Yeah, look, I hope that we do beat them on Saturday. We should do. Yeah, I feel like we're a different animal in the league, aren't we? We are, because our best team, our first team, is better than that team that we put out today. And like I say, mate, on a serious note, Chelsea didn't worry me today. No. Hazard performed well when he come on, and Liverpool allowed Hazard to do that. I don't think our team would allow him to do that.
I totally agree with you on that one. It was as soon as Hazard came on, I goes, right, here we go. And as soon as he came on, then Hazard does what Hazard does. He's lethal. He's lethal. There's no point saying it. Like, I was there like going, how much to sign him? Because I'd pay fucking, I was like, we'll sell 2 players just to get him. Like, do you know what I mean? I was there. He's lethal. He's unbelievable. He's a fucking great player. Like, I do agree with the Angry Scouser though when he said that on Hazard's second shot, Alisson would have said that. Alisson definitely would have saved it.
So you think Alisson would have saved it?
He would have, yeah, 100%. It was the angle wasn't that tight. Alisson would have taken his big paw and just pammed it off.
I love that. That.
What you make of Shaqiri tonight? He's lethal, isn't he?
I think he's brilliant, mate. I think he's well and truly a Liverpool player, is the way I look at him. What about you?
He's like one of these fellas, man, that was like all the time looking for, you know, get me in. 3 years later, 4 years later, 5 years later, whatever. I'm in. Right, I'm going to go nuts now.
Yeah, he's like that. He's like, someone's giving him a few Skittles before the game. He was off, wasn't he? He was
not even that, but like his turns, his pace, his balls that he gives, like it's like, you know, where you'll be watching a game sometime and you can see what Hendo when he's doing it, because he's going to give a ball out to the wing, and you can see it for 3 seconds before it does he, and then Shaqiri can just do something. You're like, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, you think, hang on a minute, where did that turn come from or whatever? It's like his vision as well. He's up there with a real playmaker, like when we had Coutinho's and stuff like that, where the ball would come to him and he don't even have to take a touch. He don't even have to look where it is. It was like his first pass into Sturridge today, and Sturridge's touch was a bit heavy and it went to the keeper, but it was just that vision. He knew where Sturridge was. He knew the weight of the pass as well. It was he pinged it straight to Sturridge.
Yeah, he's got massive vision on him, and I just think he's going to get better and better and better.
He's got the quality players around him as well now, hasn't he? They'll be on the same wavelength as him. So we should see, you know, more and more come from Shaqiri, like in the sense of assists and getting the goals himself as well, because he's working with the level of players that he should be.
Do you think he'll have any part on Saturday?
I don't know. I think if Klopp goes off that performance tonight, if he's fit enough, I'll say yeah, because I think I looked at it this game and I thought Shaqiri comes into this one. I think Klopp goes back to his trusted starting 11 that he has done for most of the season. But I think watching Shaqiri's performance tonight, I think Klopp might put Shaqiri in midfield.
Yeah.
James Milner, people are saying, looked a little bit off pace tonight. Does he need a bit of a rest to Shaqiri? If he's a bit fitter than Milner, does he come into midfield for that one? If we need a playmaker, Shaqiri might be the man to start and bring Milner on for the second half to be a bit more defensive. I'm not too sure.
I love that comment you made there. He goes, Hazard's the best player in the world. Was Jamie Carragher was saying it like. But Hazard's the best player in the fucking league, and you were like, no, he's not. Milner is the best player in the league.
Yeah, I was like, what's he talking about? I was like, Chase Milner's the best player in the world.
He's a fucking beast, Milner.
Yeah. I was like, he's talking rubbish.
Yeah. I hope that Klopp puts on. Remember the lineup that he had against Southampton. He had 3 boys up front, and then he had Shaqiri as the false line. Like, that's. Look, I was looking at the lineup, going, holy shit, that's unbelievable. Because they're going to fucking destroy him here. Because I'm hoping he's going to do something like that, but wait and see, I suppose.
Yeah, no, definitely, mate. I hope so as well. Look, thank you so much, Dan, for calling on tonight. As always, it's been a pleasure, buddy. Hope you enjoy your night. Obviously, as you said, it's the cup. It could be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
I like
just
that
everyone
way of
out there, everyone keep their heads up. It's only the cup. Thank God we didn't we could have went through in penalties and struggled on. Chelsea, this will harm Chelsea because they'll have to play again. It's not going to harm us. Think in the head the goals that we want, the title and Champions League. That's it, boys.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely. That's a great message at the end there, mate. You take care, buddy. I'll speak to you soon. Yeah,
take it easy.
Look after yourself, mate. Thank you. Bye, mate. Great call in. Danny, he's a different character, isn't he? I see Nigel and Scotty saying about the language and that with Dan. Dan, you've got to remember about the language and that on the call-ins. But I like that message at the end there. Like you said, it could be a blessing in disguise. He's saying as well that we got to remember what the overall goals could be for Liverpool and what our goals should be. The league, Champions League and stuff. I get it. For me personally, it's a loss today. I am gutted, and it's also one of our rivals, and it's Chelsea. So it's so you do feel like you're banging your head off a brick wall in a sense of we was in front in this game. We looked like we was commanding them as well. In the second half, at one point, I was like, yeah, we've done this. We're in cruise control now. They can't get back in this. Their fans were disheartened. Their players looked like they had dipped as well. I mean, it just changed, and it was like, oh mate, come on, how has that happened? So you feel even worse in those scenarios. But on a serious note, though, I think Daniel's message there was a really good one at the end. So thank you, Dan. Another call in. Hello, my friend.
Hello there.
Hello, buddy. How are you doing? Ty?
It's all right. It's Ty Bark, of course.
Yeah, Ty Bark. How you doing, mate? How you feeling?
I'm all right. Yourself?
Yeah, as I said, I'm gutted, but we go again, don't we, mate, for Saturday?
We should have won that much.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. But go on, the channel's yours, mate. Let everyone know your views.
Okay.
Hello? Ty?
Okay. I think regarding that match, a few things could have occurred. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, mate. Go on, go ahead. Ty, I think there's some connection issues, buddy.
Yeah.
I think he was just coming back at the end there. But Ty, if you're watching this, mate, there were some connection issues there, which is a shame because I really like getting you on the channel. Like Ty Bot normally calls in, doesn't he? And he's always got great points to bring up. Yeah. Any other call-ins, guys? Obviously, Ty, if you want to try it again, just make sure that your internet connection or whatever is all right, buddy. Daniel, Red Mist, El Chapo, Take Two. Yeah. Obviously, we do need to see if his internet's all right and everything, because we definitely was having a problem there, an issue with the connection. Here we go, another call in. Hello, my friend.
1 second, buddy, 1 second.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, hello, mate. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good, mate. State your name for everyone in the live chat, and you know the channel's yours, mate. What's your views on the game?
Red Mist LFC. I've been commenting throughout the match, actually, in the live feed. My first time today.
Yeah, I've been reading your comments and that in the chat here. You know, how you doing, mate? How you doing?
Good, I'm good. No, I just wanted to make a few little points.
Yep.
The minute Klopp changed Van Dijk and Gomez and brought in the other two, I kind of thought to myself, no way. You can't change the centre-back pairing and expect to kind of keep a clean sheet. If you change the whole back line, you're going to have issues, big time. As you know, it kind of starts from the back. It starts right from the back. Our midfield didn't get control because wasn't receiving the ball from, you know, the middle area. And therefore, Mane doesn't get involved in the game. You saw him, he had half chances.
You there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here, sorry.
Yeah.
It's just I can hear myself talking as I'm talking to you, so it's a bit mad. But, yeah, so Shaqiri in burst was good, but the fluidity just wasn't there. Sturridge got a chance, scored, but didn't really, you know, he wasn't really in it 24 whole 90 minutes kind of thing. It was sporadic, you know, just I don't know.
Yeah, so in general, you're just really not happy with that performance today.
Not really, but I could see it from 9 changes, man. 9 changes. Yeah. I could see it.
It's always going to have an effect when you're making that many changes, isn't it? And then players that did come in today, they're not playing regularly. They don't play together regularly as well. And I mean, you've got your Mane out there, you've got Milner out there, that they're starters, but they're not playing with their regular lads around them either, are they?
Right. I mean, you know what? Today I thought Klein was decent. No one got down his left side. Sarri blatantly saw the weakness in Moreno.
Yep.
God bless the guy. Moreno's got the sweetest heart.
Yeah.
Right, and I really, really like him, and I feel sorry for the abuse he gets. But Klopp does have to set him free. I think he needs to go to teammates, kind of more his level. So everybody, let's free Albie, man. Let's free Albie, man. But, I could just see it, man. Like, but no, Saturday, them guys ain't that defense. Our normal defense comes in. Forget about it. I'm telling you guys, ain't nothing to be worried about. Nothing.
Yeah.
You know, Trent comes back. Van Dijk, Gomez. You know what? Forget about it. I'm telling you. Big up. Like, you never walk alone, boys. It's going to happen. We'll deal with them.
I love it. I love the confidence as well, because this is my way of looking at it. Like I said, you know, we've seen the odd Chelsea supporters come in, and in the watch along, they was like, like, we done you and all this. And I'm thinking to myself, hang on a minute. Your team didn't really worry me today. And, you know, Hazard, yeah, he's a top player, but your top player is not going to have the same effect against our best defence. So
you think Robertson's going to let him just go past him like that? You're crazy. No way. Are you nuts? I don't remember the last person that got past Robertson, brother. Mbappe didn't even get past Robertson. Get out of here.
It's going to be a completely different game, isn't it? You know, 2 different teams as well. They are going to have a stronger team as well on the weekend. So it's at Stamford Bridge. So it is going to be a completely different fixture. They are going to feel confident with that result today. Liverpool, do you think this is going to knock our confidence at all going into that one? Or do you think we're going to look at it and go, do you know what? We lost that one, but whatever, mate. We're going to go into this on the weekend and we're going to smash her.
You know what? The good thing about it is, in my opinion, the defence that lost today isn't the defence that's going to, you know, start on Saturday. So the confidence, even the midfield, even Wijnaldum didn't play today, wasn't even on the bench. I thought he was on the bench, but he wasn't on the bench. Like, Milner got a half, Henderson got a half. All those boys are coming straight back in with revenge and, you know, with like a revenge kind of feel to it. And, you know, the defence is going to come back. Brand new confidence comes straight back for the league. You know, Trent never lost today. Van Dijk and Gomez never lost today. You know, and like Robertson, I call him Robertson because he's like to me, I call him like the Spanish Robinson. I just call him Robertson. Right?
Yeah, I love it.
Like, it's kind of a mix between Roberto Moreno, but I just call him Robertson.
Yeah, I call him RoboCop Robbo. Yeah, that's what I call him.
So that guy is going to come back, and it's just going to be as normal duty, mate. I'm telling you, I bloody hope so.
Yeah, no,
I'll be vexed
I
if
do.
we lose to him again at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I'm looking at. I think now more so than if we would have won today, I think the boys are going to be thinking we can't afford to lose twice against Chelsea in a row.
Nah.
That's why I'm looking at it. Look, Shaqiri today, a lot of us are saying that he was man of the match for us, but for you, mate, who was Liverpool's best player today?
Best player? Mate, I don't even know if we had one, to be fair. Honestly, I don't know, man. It was sporadic. It was few and far between. There was a few players that done some decent things, but no one was really consistent throughout. You had a bit of Mane, you had a bit of Shaqiri, you had a bit of Keita. But what we need them to be like, just what's the word? Like,
consistent.
Just gone. Yeah, just consistent throughout even 80 minutes of it. Just being consistent, and they was all in bursts. And I just think but again, it's 9 changes. So how are you going to gel? Those players, half of them even play the game together. Yeah. So how are they going to just turn up and deal with Chelsea?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. No,
I ain't seen the ball because of the changes behind him. Sturridge ain't seen the ball because of the changes behind him.
Yeah, no, I agree. What was your feelings on Sturridge today? Because obviously, like, people are a little bit mixed from what I can tell from the comments, from the watch along and from this, because people are saying he should have scored the first chance early in the second half, but then he goes and scores an absolute belter of a finish. Like, the man is just an absolute head case, like, for doing something like that in one game. But what's your views?
Like, Sturridge, listen, I've had a fair few games at a particular level, right? And I've been in a position like that. And I'll be honest with you, it's a tight angle. It's difficult, man, to like pull it right back and get in. Granted, he wasn't that, wide, but it's. I think a little bit of him wanted to score because he wants to make an impact. But maybe what he should have done is just looked up a second because he had a bit of time and maybe pick somebody out. But yeah, I actually thought he could pull it back. I thought he could do it, but it just kind of hit it all wrong, to be fair.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that Lukaku miss from a while ago. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't even as wide as that. I mean, and Lukaku got it right across the goal. That was a cross.
Yeah, I know. I think with Daniel Sturridge, I think what it is, again, it's lack of game time, and with this, we saw it with Danny Ings. I said it about Danny Ings. People were saying, oh yeah, he can't finish anything, he gets it the odd chance. And I was saying, these players, they're good finishers, but if they're not playing regular, they're not fully sharp. And I know, because for me, I used to be a striker when I played football, and I know if I didn't play week in, week out, you lose the eye, don't you? There you go. So you do lose the eye for goal, don't you? Like, you have to be playing regularly because you just get a feel for where the goal is and positioning. And maybe that's kind of what happened with Sturridge a bit today, where he hasn't played every week. He's not quite got his eye there. He rounded the keeper, slightly missed.
Yeah, agree. But he suffers, I think, a lot from being played with a side that's not always full strength. You saw him against PSG.
Yeah.
When he plays with a full strength team behind him, it maximizes his potential to score, his ability. Do you know what I mean? When you're playing with a second-rate side, your chance amount becomes minimized. You don't get as much of the ball. You don't see, you can't make particular runs. So I think he's always suffered from that. Firmino gets it every week, the opportunity.
Yeah.
No, that's as you know, you're a striker. You know when your favorite centre midfielder that's trying to set you up in your games, and then you're like, he's gonna set me up today.
It's frustrating when you ain't got the level of players around you that's on your wavelength as well. Someone that you're used to playing with all the time. Again, it's like being part of a system that's not always used to playing together, because you do get on a certain wavelength with players around you. When then like today, those players don't play together all the time. Whereas Bobby, Mane and Salah, they play every week together. Exactly. The midfield behind them. They're so used to playing together that they know the runs that they're going to make. And this is what I found when I used to play football. If you ain't got your strike partner with you, if you ain't got the midfielders that know that you want to make a certain run, you're going to turn this way to run off the shoulder of the defender. They know to put the ball that way. So this is what Daniel Sturridge will be. He will be lacking that as well, because he ain't got the players that like, hang on a minute, I know that if I receive the ball here, Sturridge is automatically making that run for me. Very, very valid point, mate. Very valid point. Look, thank you so much for calling on the show, and I know
No
you said
worries,
you're
man.
new, so
My pleasure.
I hope you call in again, mate. I really do. And
Oh, for sure.
hopefully next time we've won. Hopefully next time we've won,
Oh,
mate.
yeah.
Because that'd be great.
Exactly.
That'd be great, isn't
Wicked.
it? Take care, mate. Enjoy the rest of your evening, yeah?
You too, buddy.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Speak to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, mate. Bye. Great call in. Wasn't really happy. He said that the players were, good in spells, not good throughout for him. We've had some really, really good call-ins tonight. We'll take this one. We'll take this call in, and it's our very own Mickey. Mickey, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm all right, bro. How are you?
I'm not really that great, but you was at Anfield, mate. What was the general feeling around you tonight?
To be honest, starting from the match, I think Chelsea edged the first half. We were really off. Passes were off. It looked like, well, obviously they were a new team playing together, trying to find each other. Second half, it's a story of missed chances, to be honest, mate.
Yeah,
massive missed chances, and
cost us.
Yeah, and like I've just literally been back 10 minutes and watched a little bit of the highlights around it, but there was passes on from players, and they were just trying ball greedy stuff again. And you see more when you're there, and you just think to yourself, why didn't he pass it out? Why didn't he do this? But there's a couple of chances we really missed, and they took theirs. Fair play to them.
Yeah. I mean, I spoke about it with the other callers. I spoke about it on the watch along, on the live chat and stuff like that. But on a serious note, mate, Chelsea never really bothered me too much today. It was Eden Hazard that literally lit it up for them tonight. And it's Liverpool had themselves to blame for letting that go at the end there like that, in my opinion. What was your views on that?
Well, unfortunately, that's what you get when you play Mignolet and Moreno. I'm sorry, but the last time I went to Anfield and we lost was the West Brom game, and guess who was in goal and guess who was at left back. To be honest, going forward, fair play, he looked good, but he was leaving gaps behind. Hazard beat him every time. It was just unbelievable, and I just think it's time now for Klopp to look for some backups in next summer, because obviously I don't think they'll do anything in January, but they're just... It was a step down, to be honest. Mignolet's too much of a step down from Alisson, and Moreno's too much of a step down from Robinson. It's just too big a gap.
Yeah, I think the left back situation, I think we can address, but with the too big of a step down between Alisson and Mignolet, I think we're going to struggle to address that, because who is a top quality keeper out there that's going to come in to play second fiddle to Alisson? That's the problem that we've got, isn't it?
Yeah, we need to look at some like older keepers now that
an experienced goalkeeper.
Yeah, somebody that's been around, knows what they're doing. You can come in and do a job for a few games, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it is the key talking point of this one. It ended up turning into Moreno and his performance again, but on a serious note, without like completely bashing him, because I like Moreno as a Liverpool player he's a nice lad, like we all say. He's a nice lad. He seems like a great character around the changing room. He gets on with everyone. He seems really funny on social media, but he just, as you say, he is too much of a step down from Robbo when it comes to the backup. Again tonight, he just didn't look good enough at left back. He doesn't ooze confidence, doesn't fill the fans with confidence when we watch him. But that back line, Lovren come back into it tonight. Hasn't played because he's been injured and stuff. Was it anywhere else on the back line? Because Klein's come in tonight as well, but I thought Klein did quite good the other side, mate. But Matip, Lovren and Klein, how did they do for you?
I can't fault them, to be honest. I thought Lovren looked like he'd never gone.
Yeah.
To be fair, the weak point was Moreno. That they exploited it as well. They were playing a lot of the time against Moreno down their right hand side on our left.
Straight from the off, wasn't it? They literally was pinging balls out to his side constantly.
Yeah. They exploited it, and we were all talking and saying, God, if they bring Hazard on, he's going to kill him, and it happened.
Yeah.
we were actually saying that and well. But to be honest, we, as in the whole of this season so far, missed chances. But today, it's cost us. The open goal from Sturridge, how he's missed it, I don't know. But I know he redeemed himself with that fantastic strike.
It was a worldie of a strike, wasn't it? I mean, the one thing that I liked before that as well was Naby Keita's turn and shot. I mean, that was great just to set that up. I mean, the keeper makes a good save for it to fall to Sturridge, but Keita played with a lot more confidence today, didn't he, mate? Driving at Chelsea's defence, looking to get a shot off as well.
Yeah, well, watching your stream, I hear you all say Shaqiri. I'm telling you now, Keita was massive steps above anybody on that pitch.
Yeah.
Massive. Honestly, he's off the work. He's got everything. And he was, honestly, off camera, his runs, they're just unbelievable. That's what I was on about. There was a few times where they went inside rather than putting the ball out to him. And it was just clear if we'd have gone out to him, we would have had a better chance of, like, either him getting in on goal or him crossing it in. Honestly, mate, he was the man of the match for me by a mile.
Oh, brilliant to hear, mate. Absolutely brilliant to hear, because I thought Shaqiri and Keita were both really good for me today. And that's what I could see. Obviously, watching the game, I thought they were both really good. But it's really good to see Keita, playing with his confidence now. But another key talking point, mate, Fabinho. I've heard people say he really weren't good today. I've had people say he was good. For me, I thought, he got involved with tackles. He was giving away fouls. He was passing, doing all right in a position. That was his full debut for Liverpool. But, is he at the level that he needs to be at for you, mate? Yeah, to be a first teamer.
Mate. He was off. He was white. He was off, massively off.
Yeah,
he gave away needless fouls. To be honest, in the first half, the whole team was pretty disjointed. And it probably didn't help him that Chelsea had a lot of the possession and were running at him quite a bit.
Yeah.
But fair, he tried, don't get me wrong, and he did do a couple of good tackles. He did do tracking back, but his overall game in the moment, he just seems a bit off. And I don't know, I wouldn't put him in for a league game at the moment. So he probably needs a bit more time to settle in.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really good to hear your views, because obviously, like I say, you was at the match. Did you get to speak to many people around you as well? Like, what's people's views on this? Because there was a lot of people before that was disagreeing on this cup and whether Liverpool should be going full strength for it, whether we wanted to win it or whether it was just a Mickey Mouse Cup and it doesn't matter. What was everyone's views on it afterwards? Was people really that gutted, or was people just like, look, whatever, didn't really matter, we go again on the weekend, let's smash them in the league?
The view before was really strangely for most people is, if we're going to lose one, I'd rather lose tonight and win Saturday. That was before the match.
Right.
But at the end of the match, everyone was like going, how have we lost that? What's happened?
Yeah.
And I've got to give a shout out to the ref as well, because he was diabolical.
Again, mate, when you said I've got to give a shout out to the ref, I was hoping that you wasn't going to say because he was excellent today, so I was going to be like, no way.
No, he just wanted to be the. Honestly, it seemed like he just wanted to be the centre of the. Listen, even for Chelsea, every free kick he had to made everybody wait. Nobody could do quick free kicks. He stopped and pulled them back. Yeah. He was slowing the game down, which didn't suit our game anyway. It doesn't suit how Sarri plays Chelsea. He destroyed the first half himself. You know what I mean? And to me, every time we fouled somebody, he gave us a yellow. Every time they fouled us, he let it go.
I was getting so frustrated, Mickey. You know what I'm like? I'm really... on my channel, I keep it as clean as possible. I stay really calm during the games, all that. But I was getting so frustrated with the ref and so animated at the end of the game, because I was just really disappointed with the ref again today. I was disappointed with, the way this has happened in this game. Even though I get what people are saying, it could be a blessing in disguise, us being out of this competition, but it's still, it hurts for me, because I still feel like Chelsea have come to our ground and have escaped, luckily, with the points, because I don't think they should have won that game. I think Liverpool should have cruised that in the second half and comfortably beat them 2-0 is my look at it. I think, we was 1-0 up, and I think that we could have killed the game off by getting a second goal, to be honest, is my look at it. So I just feel like I feel robbed, to be fair, and I feel like the referee was a part in that. I know, I think Fizzy was the call in earlier, and he said we can't blame the referee, which I said we do like to do that, don't we? When we lose games, we go, oh, the bloody referee and that. But I do feel like the referee again today was very, like you said, Liverpool make a challenge, yellow card for you. Chelsea makes a similar challenge, no card. And it's literally like, I don't get where the referees' heads are at. They need to be more consistent, not just with Liverpool, but just across the board, Mickey. We spoke about it before. It's a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I've got another complaint to make about for their first goal. The game just stopped because they were doing a VAR decision. There was no communication to the fans at the ground. No one knew what was going on. Yeah, all you got was on the board is VAR looking at an incident, and that's all you get. With this VAR, the ref needs to be mic'd up, and I really do think it's unfair on the paying crowd. Yeah, on TV, you obviously know, but I literally go on my phone, get my Sky Sports app on, load it up, and have a look. And I was looking at it, and he's like miles offside.
Yeah,
and the VAR still got it wrong. So if VAR's getting it wrong,
it's just a joke.
And to be honest, it didn't look like it was a foul for the original, for the free kick as well.
Yeah.
I'm not, but then again, you can sin then given, so I can't really complain about that. But the VAR decision, looking at it now, and I've seen it since, it was wrong. So somewhere along the line, we had a stream about how refs are biased against us. I think the whole thing is geared not for us to do it the hard way, if you know what I'm saying. If we're going to win, we're going to have to win on our own merits.
Yeah, definitely. SMB says hello, SMB mate. How are you? I agree with you, mate. I agree.
But VAR in the ground, honestly, I was there for the West Brom game. That was a disaster. And then today, Liverpool were ready to kick off. Chelsea was still celebrating, but then they stopped, and it was, what's happening? And it went on, and that went on for 3 or 4 minutes, and then there was only 5 minutes of extra time afterwards. I was thinking, well, hang on a minute. There's been 6 substitutions, 3 goals. Why is there only 5 minutes and the VAR decision?
Yeah. Fizzy's got a question for you, mate. He says, any positives, Mickey?
Yes. Yeah. I thought Shaqiri had a good game. As I said earlier, Keita outshone him. I liked how Lovren come straight back in, and he looked like he hadn't gone. I think there's a positive there. There's Klein looked all right as well. To be honest, the drop down for the front three wasn't as big a drop down as last season.
Yeah.
So we had Solanke and Ings, and you could see a difference. I don't think there was a massive drop down. There was a slight drop down, but it was still good enough to beat Chelsea, or should have been good enough to beat Chelsea. So there's a lot of positives, but the most thing that we all need to do now is we need to put this to bed now tonight. It hurts. Yeah, we're out of the cup. It's a cup we all wanted to win to get Klopp's first trophy. But it's not the most important one. The most important one is Saturday. And the best thing about Saturday is we own one now. And that will motivate the boys. And I'm 100% certain our first team will muller them, because I wasn't impressed with what I've seen from Chelsea. 2 flashes of brilliance from Hazard in the whole match, and one of them was a goal.
Yeah, no, I agree. We got Chelsea fans in it going Chelsea and all that, but if they're happy with that performance, I mean, they got the win and everything, but I think coming up against our first team, only one player really performed for you today. Liverpool wasn't on their game. I think against our best team as well, our first team defence, Hazard don't get away with that, but it was a great goal for him, and congratulations on the victory today. But on a serious note, I wasn't that worried about Chelsea today. I thought we deservedly could have won that game quite comfortably, but it was ours to throw away, and we did throw it away, which is like Liverpool of old, which we haven't been doing in the league this year. And, you know, we are top of the Premier League, and we ain't dropped points yet. And we go again on the weekend, and we got you again. You know, we have got you on Saturday. So, like I say, fair play to you. You did it in the cup, but we'll see how you do in the Premier League, guys, won't we? Mickey, I think I see a question here for you as well. I think Dan's saying about a meet-up with you. We're doing a meet-up. Blue Tick said as well, question, I don't get the 100% record is over for Liverpool, but we still have the 100% record at the Premier League. Can you explain? Because this wasn't a Premier League game, Blue Tick. So say if we beat Chelsea on Saturday, Liverpool still have a 100% Premier League record, don't we? You know, because we haven't lost in the Premier League, buddy. That's how that works. Your man says, can someone point me in the direction of Angry Scouser? If he's still in the live chat, mate, you know, then that's the only way I can point him out. Like, Loverbird says, vibe was good. Chelsea, hard to listen to. Go on, Mickey.
It's a real hard. It's only the League Cup and we're gutted, but that just goes to show how engrossed we've been in Liverpool from the pre-season onwards. We've all, you know, taken this to heart. And, you know, last year when we got knocked out by Leicester, we didn't really batter an eyelid, did we? You know what I mean? It was like, oh, we lost to Leicester, never mind, let's move on. But it has hurt today. And it's hurt because that team was good enough to beat that Chelsea team, and we missed the chances, and then Hazard comes up with an amazing goal. Yeah. And all right, they had a little bit of help from the ref, but we could have missed opportunities, rung balls into the box. It just needs to. We need to nip it in the bud now. Get some fluid passing going. Make better decisions in the final third.
Mate, to be honest, this could be a kick up the backside that we need. You know, It wasn't our first team, but this could be, you know, as Daniel said, this could be a blessing in disguise. But at the same time, this could be a kick up the backside that Klopp could look at this and go, okay, we need to get a new left back in. Okay, you know, we can't afford to perform like that in the cup games. I can't afford to play these players in the cup games because we're not going to win the other cup games. Do you see what I mean?
Did he really need to change that many players today? I'm not quite so sure.
I don't know. You know, the way I was looking at this game was, I thought it was a strong lineup when I first looked at it. I thought, yeah, that's a strong team. That's one capable of winning this today. On paper, I would have said anyway. And then, of course, you know, I was looking at this game that it was the right time to rotate. We got Chelsea on the weekend, then we got Napoli, and then we got City. So I think those players needed a bit of rest for me personally. But I really don't know, mate. If we would have won that today, it would have been a masterstroke. We didn't win it, so we have to dust ourselves off and, you know, just go again on the weekend, don't we, I guess?
Well, a couple of things to point out from this is, first things first, Man City had a diabolical game against Lyon, and they came back and won 5-0.
Yeah.
The following, so we need to do. We're not going to do a 5-0 because it's Chelsea. Different kettle of fish to Cardiff.
Yeah, we're going to do an 8-0.
Hopefully. No, so we just need to bounce back. And as Gerard Houllier said years and years ago, is good teams do not lose two on the bounce.
Yeah.
So this is a test now. I think we're up for it. I think we're up for it.
Yeah,
I think now they need to take these cups a bit more serious and look at not having so many changes. I don't think I think 8 changes. I don't think he needed to make that many changes. And I don't understand why you rest the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Yeah, I said that. I said I don't think that goalkeepers need changing. I don't think they need as much rest as outfield players. I know Alisson is like a sweeper keeper, but don't tell me that he's doing lengths up and down the pitch like the other players. So,
because I'm listen, I haven't got the luxury of watching it on TV tonight and whatever, but to me, for the first goal, I think Alisson would have caught that. But that's just me. I don't know. You tell me, Dad. You've seen it replayed over and over again. Would you agree with me on that one?
What, the first goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Alisson would have dealt with it better, to be honest. I don't know whether he would have caught it, but I definitely don't think he pushes it where that is. I think keepers these days, and I think Alisson, they parry the ball quite a bit. I don't think the ball ends up where it did from Mignolet. I think Mignolet made a good save in that situation, but it ends up too soft. Does that make sense? You know, he gets a hand to it, but it's not a strong enough hand, is it? Because it goes straight back to where the danger zone is. If you're making a save, you either catch it and you keep it close to your body, or if you're parrying it, then you get a real strong hand to it and you clear it, don't you?
Yeah, you send it away from goal, preferably to the left or right.
Yeah, I mean,
not to the middle of the penalty area.
Yeah, I'm not a goalkeeper, so I don't know. I really don't know. I think if Alisson was in goal and he made the same mistake, I don't know whether Liverpool fans would be saying, "Oh yeah, that was rubbish," or whether they would just be like, "He couldn't do anything about it." I generally don't know. I watched it during the game and everything, and I just thought it was a bit of a soft hand to begin with. I thought he makes a good save, and then I think, but actually, you know, there was nothing he could do about the second bit because their player reacted quick. But really, he either catches it or he pushes it out of the danger area. That's what a goalkeeper should do in that situation. Vajic says, strong lineup. Come on, Daz. I love you, but that back five are questionable. On paper, mate, for a rotated team, that was where my head was at with it. I thought it's a lot stronger than what we would have had a couple of seasons ago. That team was actually stronger than what we had when Klopp first come in my opinion. And as you say, the back five questionable. I think I was looking at it that, Joel Matip had a really good game against Southampton, scored a goal and did all right with Joe Gomez defensively. Not that I think they was overly tested. Kleiny, we know that he's a solid defender. And then Lovren, one of the best centre-backs in the world in his own words, but I don't think he is. But what I mean is, towards the end of last year, I think we saw that progression in Lovren. I think he had a good Champions League run. He was doing well for Liverpool. I think with the lack of game time that Lovren's had and stuff like that, I think, with all the changes in that and with Simon behind him and Moreno, I think Moreno is a massive, massive weak link anytime he plays. I think if Moreno plays next to Virgil van Dijk, I think he makes his job a lot harder as well. I think he is a massive weak link. And like I say, it's no disrespect to Moreno because I think he's a great character, but he's such a big gap there, such a big hole. He makes everything, it makes it look like the holding midfielder has to work harder because he has to come over and cover more. The centre-back has to think twice as well about that position. You always see it and it doesn't fill me with confidence, and that's one thing that I don't like when he's on. But as everyone's pointed out tonight, it's not good when he plays in that sense. But Mickey, have you got anything else to say on the game, buddy?
Yeah, I just feel we did lack. We had width, but we lacked the overlapping that Robinson and Trent give us. I mean, Klein played well, but he doesn't overlap as much as Trent. He hasn't got that whipping cross that Trent has, and definitely Moreno is no Robinson, is he? He's just
no.
Yeah.
We definitely did miss Robbo and Trent with their delivery into the box, like you say, with their runs. You could just see there was a difference in left and right backs today, couldn't you?
Yeah, most definitely. To be honest, we were a bit better in the second half going forward, but like I said, you said it before. I think it's time now to say that the experiment known as Moreno is over. Yeah. The conclusion is it's a failure. So it's time now for.
It's just been. Yeah, go on, mate.
His contract ends next summer. I'm sure it does.
I don't know off the top of my head how long he has got left on it, but he's not going to get much game time at Liverpool. And I think after that performance today, surely Jurgen looks at this and goes, "I can't play him again. I can't play him again." If us as fans can watch a game and go, why is he playing? We do need someone to cover Robbo, but I would much rather see James Milner play at left back as cover than what I would Moreno.
to be honest, I think we were all talking about it at the game. Is in the second half, why didn't he put Milner out there and swap it over a bit? But he brought Milner off. But to be honest, Milner did a few more tackles and he was on yellow cards. I think the Jordan Henderson one was forced on Klopp really, because a few more tackles, I think he'd have been off, especially with that ref.
Yeah, he would have loved to get Liverpool player a red card today, wouldn't he, mate? He would have been licking his lips over that.
I just couldn't. Honestly, guys, before I go, I've just got to. I've seen like a Chelsea player take out Shaqiri, smash him to the floor. Yeah, literally a minute and nothing. Yeah, and it's always a throw. And I thought, and the crowd was going mad. And the next thing you know, I think. Just before Milner does like a slight challenge and he yellow cards him. I'm like, and we're all like, what is going on? What is going on?
I don't know.
That's not a yellow card challenge, but that one was, and it's just like, does this ref know what he's doing? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to realise that this ref doesn't want us to win.
No, it was clear. I was literally. I've had enough of referees, mate, to be honest. I really have. I was like it last season against Spurs, loads of games in the Champions League against Roma. I was literally just on the watch-alongs and I was like, oh my God, that referee. And we were saying it before, they've got to look at the referees, they've got to sort something out. Because again, today, Chelsea won it. There's nothing we can do. We can't take it back, and it's not all down to the ref because Liverpool should have been better. We shouldn't have dropped that game. We shouldn't have. So I'm not blaming the referee fully for that. But on a serious note,
combination of the three, to be honest.
Yeah. On a serious note, the referees do need someone overlooking them as well because decisions are not good. Mickey, thank you so much for calling into the show, mate. Look, I know you was at Anfield today. I know it would have been better if we would have won, but I hope you did have a good day anyway, because always going to Anfield's a good day, isn't it, mate?
Top shout out to the crowd were great today. They got behind the team, especially when Chelsea scored the second one. The noise doubled when Chelsea scored the second one. So the fans went behind him. I just think that the second goal, the lads' heads had gone. They dropped.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
Okay.
Well, not that last bit anyway.
No, last bit. But
yeah, but I like to hear that the noise was good, is what I mean.
Yeah.
All right,
but night games are always good at Anfield anyway. They're much better than day games. So
yeah. Mickey, take care, mate. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll speak to you soon.
See you in a bit. Drop.
Take care, buddy. Thank you. Bye, mate. Right, that was the last calling, guys. I've got to get off. I need to go for a whittle and everything. Please smash that thumbs up if you've enjoyed the live stream. I know Liverpool, it's not a good day, but it doesn't mean that we can't think, oh, sorry, mate, I can't take any more call-ins. I don't know how that's just called back through again. My Skype is officially off, so I don't know how that's happened. But, yeah, that's crazy. Spooky. Yeah, The call-ins is now off, guys. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that did join me and everything. Please, leave a thumbs up to help support the channel and everything. Massive thank you to those of you guys that did donate today. Nigel donated on this stream. Thank you to you, Nigel. I really appreciate a donation. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm upset. I'm hurt. I'm a Liverpool supporter. I feel robbed. We was in front. We could have won that game. Hazard shouldn't have been able to do what he did. It was a big rotated team, and it was about resting players today, wasn't it? Come the end of the day, I really liked Daniel's message where he said, "Keep your eye on the prize," and it could be a blessing in disguise. I think that, Red Mist says roll on Saturday. Fizzy says we go again Saturday now. You'll never walk alone. Yes, exactly. Mickey's staying in Liverpool tonight. I really like that. So enjoy your evening for definite, mate. Tariq says Hazard's goal was unstoppable. It was a bit of a good goal, but that's as much praise as what he's getting from me. I'm no Jamie Carragher, saying that he's the best player in the world and in the Premier League. Carragher, mate, James Milner. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, massive shout out to all you legends that joined me in the watch along and for joining me on this. Thank you so much to all you guys that did the call-ins as well. As always, I love taking the call-ins. I love hearing your views. To all you that was in the live chat, thank you so much. you know, I try to get as many of your guys' views out there on this channel, as many Liverpool supporters' views heard. That's what it's about. And I don't just say it, I actually try and do it, don't I? You know, it's been my pleasure, guys. All right, enjoy the rest of your evenings, everyone. Hope you've had fun on these streams. Gillian says, night, Daz, and all. Chins up. We always take these games and improve on them. Roll on Saturday for sure. Yes. If anything, this could be one massive learning curve for Liverpool. We may now know how to spank them 6-0 on Saturday. Take care, everyone. Chins up, as Gillian said. I'll speak to you all in the next one. See you later, guys. I've been On The Bench LFC. You've all been legends. See you in the next one.